I'm talking to Dean Cressey and a new job coming up in football, Dean.
Yeah, it come at the right time, really. Assistant manager at AFC Walkington, so I've had a bad, 8-9 weeks to be honest, which have been off work and stuff, but it's helped me massively, and the chance to get back in at Humber Prem level, albeit as an assistant, and Lee Palin, who I work with at Barton, it's just too good an opportunity to turn down, and I'm dead excited really, and we've probably got the toughest first 6 or 7 fixtures you can imagine. So, I might be sacked in 7 weeks, but no, we're looking forward to it, and obviously I'm looking forward to coming back to Barton in a couple of weeks. So you couldn't write the script, really, could you? To be fair.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, what are the aspirations for the season?
Yeah, it's to be fair to AFC Walkington, the last few years they've done very, very well, and under Jamie and Billy last year they finished sixth in the Humber Prem before, obviously we had all the issues with COVID and stuff, and got to a cup final. We just want to finish as high as we can, and I'm never one to make predictions because it comes back and bites you on the backside, doesn't it? But we expect to be competitive, and hopefully, as you can imagine, there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes because a manager goes, and one or two players were trying to get in, and so hopefully, I'd like to think we're going to be the top end. Now, to be fair, if we're top 2 or 3 after the initial 7 games, well, we'll probably adjust our expectations, but one game at a time, and they don't come much bigger away at Beverley on Saturday for us, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a tough game, and I saw them in pre-season at Barton. They acquitted themselves well against a good Barton side, so that certainly is a tough opening. Are they probably the favourites to win the league this year, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think Tomo's gone in there, hasn't he? And I think they make no secret of the fact that they're trying to gear up to win it and want to get in the Northern Counties, but we train on a Wednesday, so we shall share with the guys tonight that we're looking forward to going to spoil their party, and we'll be well organised and hard to beat, and I shall say to the guys tonight that if no one believes on Saturday that we're going to get a result, then to stay at home, because it's a Humber Prem, and it's a tough league, but there's not a lot of difference, I don't think, between top and bottom, and it's fine margins, so why can't we go there and get a result? And my motto always is, much to the annoyance of the guys at the minute, but positivity breeds positivity, and I think on our day, albeit we're maybe a couple of bits of quality light at the moment, which we're working on, but I still believe on our day we can give anyone a game, and hopefully at 4 o'clock on Saturday it'll be a good start for the club, and Billy as well, the gaffer, because he works very hard, and that's one of the reasons I was very keen to go in there, because it kind of mirrors my start really in football. Billy was assistant to Jamie last year, and Billy's only 25 and a qualified coach, and I know how tough it can be, starting in the Humber Prem in the early 20s. So hopefully I can take a bit of that pressure off him, and play a different role to I played a few years ago. But we're working well together, and we got a bit of a good cop, bad cop, and I think the guys seem to think I'm a bit of a bad cop. So we'll see. We'll see.
How much time do you get with the players? How many training sessions during the week?
Yeah, at the moment we're training once a week, which to be fair isn't enough. So there are plans, in place, hopefully sooner rather than later, to a couple of nights a week. So what we'd look to do is maybe one night a week would be solely fitness, and then another night in the week, obviously ball work and work on things for the Saturday. But I think it's been difficult for everybody with their preparations, hasn't it? There's if you bear in mind, it's only a few weeks ago really where people could get together and play games and stuff. So we make no bones about it. We're not where we want to be, but is any club at any level where they want to be right now? We're playing catch up a bit. So but it's it'll be a long season, and I'm sure, not being negative, but myself and Billy have just asked for a bit of time and a bit of patience, and I'm sure it won't be long before we're where we want to be.
Have you managed to get any pre-season games in, or is it just going straight into the first one?
No, I've been involved. I watched a couple of games, before agreeing to go in. And to be honest, I was more focusing on our players than the opposition. So I probably can't even remember who the teams were we played, to be honest. But certainly the last couple of weeks, I've been involved. We lost 2-0 to a very good young Bricktown reserve side, but we competed very, very well. And like most people, probably on the day, if we'd had somebody to put it in the net, it'd have been a different result, I think. And then, on Saturday, despite being 2-0 up, we lost 3-2 to Northern Counties team East Hull. So that was very positive as well for us. So, it was a bit of doom and gloom after Saturday, but the result matters not on Saturday, does it? It's all about this Saturday. So, the guys have worked hard, and I think everybody now just wants to get going, particularly, in the back of your mind, you hear lots of things and read lots of things, and possibly another lockdown, could be around the corner. So, we just want to get started. And as I say, it couldn't be any tougher than Beverley away, but we're looking forward to it. And as I say, I've got no doubt in my own mind that the guys are putting a good shift and will be well organised. And as I say, I'm looking forward to spoiling their opening day party, to be honest.
Any sort of key players that you'd like to give a mention to, or is that a bit unfair to single people out?
Well, I think, I think so. I think when you're so, so early in your journey, I think you have to make your own assumptions on players and form your own relationships with players. So I think to single any out would probably be unfair, other than to say, they're a cracking bunch of lads, and, certainly welcome me with open arms, as has Billy, as has Lee, who is chairman, president of the football club. Everyone's made me feel so welcome. So, everyone's in it together. And of course, there's, football's a team game, but, individuals do win games, and, we've got one or two. But I think the focus at the moment is, we are a team, and, everybody working together, and we'll win games together, and, we'll hopefully not too many, we'll lose games together. And I think, that's probably the way to, answer that at this stage, although I'm sure I will get a bit of stick from some of the guys when they obviously listen to this back.
And how are all the players fairly local to Walkington? Have you got any coming any sort of distance, or is it a bunch of local lads?
Yeah, to be fair, it's been an incredible journey for them. So many years ago, I think they started in the county leagues and, kind of worked their way through. So, there is a large core of, relatively local players, obviously in and around also the Beverley area and stuff. But, not giving too many names away, as you can imagine, there's been, one or two from the South Bank who have obviously been making the journey with us over the last few weeks. So, at the end of the day, we're open-minded. It's the Humber Prem's a tough division, and we need to compete. And if that means we need to bring in one or two, from elsewhere to do that, we need to do that. And again, excuse me, the guys we've brought in, so far from the South Bank, without naming names, because there are one or two we still need to get over the line. So again, the football club and the players who are there have welcomed everybody, and as I say, it's quite a happy camp at the minute, to be honest, and hopefully it will be at 4 o'clock on Saturday.
And does the club as a whole, has it got ambitions to, say, become a North East Counties club, or is it happy doing well in the Humber Prem?
Well, you never say never, do you? I think it'd be fair to say, there would obviously be quite a bit of work to do behind the scenes and stuff. But, I can only really, speak for me and Billy, who's the manager, is that, we have aspirations to work higher. It seems quite silly me saying that. I've only just got back in, but you know, and hopefully we want that to be, you know, at Walkington. And I'm sure, you know, if we get in a position where, you know, the next 2 or 3 years we're continuously challenging and continuously up there, you know, then I'm sure the people behind the scenes will look at, you know, the infrastructure and, you know, getting the help that is out there to give us that opportunity to, you know, go to the next level. So, you know, why not? You know, I think, again, you know, I always say to people that it sounds boring and it's a bit of a cliche, but you've always got to aspire to be the best you can be and be at the highest level you can be. And, you know, at this moment in time for, you know, Walkington, that's under Prem, but, you know, who's to say where the journey, you know, could end.
Well, that's good to hear. I wish you all the best with it and hope you get off to a winning start on Saturday.